All right, man. Welcome to a very special episode of Victory Laps Podcast. I'm your host, Malcolm, but you can call me Mally Mal. To my side here, I got my co-host, Dom. You can call him Almighty. Our man behind the board, behind the camera, behind the production, Bass. You already know what time.
Wait, wait, wait. Now that's a little cap though. I mean, I went to class most of the time. To most of the time, turn to sometimes, but sometimes shit happen. Down at my lowest, people they ain't even noticed. Call me a real, I'm a poet. I cop it and blow it. After college was my brokest. Gotta get shit back in motion. Down at my lowest, shit got me feeling so bogus. Know I'm that nigga, I'm goated. I gotta stay focused. Lost it, regaining my focus. Gotta get shit back in motion. I'm out of the way. I need my personal space, so please get up out of my face. A smile on my face, they don't see the smile on your face, and they start getting out of their place.
You already know what time it is. All right, y'all. So, with the debut looming, we thought it was only right to give y'all a little taste, just a little bit, of what's to come, as well as a chance to get to know your favorite new podcast host. Our special guest today is an educator, head coach, entrepreneur, community leader, podcast host. Dom, how you feeling over there, man?
What's good, brother? I feel good.
You ready?
Nice outside.
My fault,
Nice
my
in
fault.
here.
You ready to come run your lap, brother?
Yes, sir. It's time.
All right, let's get it. So we gonna start off easy, start off light. Something we like to do here on Victory Laps. Tell me about a recent victory.
A recent victory. Finally figuring out my wedding date. So we finally figured out that we gonna go with November 2nd, 2025. So I'm excited for that.
Okay.
That's my latest victory.
Okay.
And the school year about to be over too. 4 more days with my kiddos.
Nah, we definitely like that. We like that.
And the season about to start. Summer training. We about to start. It's really a lot going on, brother.
Hey.
I'm really excited for what's to come.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. All right, so who is Dominic Washington?
Who is Dominic Washington? Man, like you already said, I'm an educator, a head coach, entrepreneur, a doer, somebody that likes to bring my people together, whether it be events or, just sharing the love, spreading the love. A person with a lot of attributes, abilities, talents. I grew up on the west side of Indianapolis. I went to BD, graduated 2017. I was a 2-sport athlete, soccer and football. Yeah, man. Graduated from University of Indianapolis in 2021. Got my degree in elementary education with a concentration in reading, which I really don't like reading that much, but I got that. I probably should have took the sped route. I might go back for it. But now I'm a head coach of the Ben Davis girls soccer program. Last season was my first season, so it was an exciting year. And I recently got engaged over the past year to my beautiful fiance, Heather. Shout out, Heather. I can't wait to see what the future begins, man, what it beholds.
I feel that. Oh, that's what's up. Definitely. So what was it like growing up in Indy? And compared to other places you've traveled, what sets it apart? What makes it unique?
I feel like what separates Indy from other places is we have our own culture here. It might not be as flashy, you feel me, as other cities, but we do have our own culture here. And Indianapolis 500, you got the Pacers, basketball, the state of hoops. It's a family-oriented, city too. So I would say it's a good place to raise a family. I wouldn't, shy nobody away from that, from coming to the city. It's not a party city. I mean, it's really all I can put to it. Now it's violence. It's violence anywhere, everywhere. We ain't even got to get there. Go there. But yeah, the city. I fuck with the city. I love my city for sure. I take pride in my city, not town. 317, stand up. Yeah.
What do you feel your city needs to take that next step?
This all everybody that's really got some motion or that's really doing something that's genuine coming together and collabing. Like I feel like in the last couple of years, a lot of people have been doing it. Like I feel like I'm tapped into the city scene. You know, whether it be arts, hip hop, sports. Like I'm tapped in a little bit everywhere, education wise too. You know, nonprofits and stuff like that. So I'm all over the place. So I feel like it's starting to really it's like a snowball effect. Like it's just starting to get rolling now.
I feel that. I feel that. So early on, what was your passion? Was it always teaching?
Not at all. I was always a helper though. I always like to, mentor people, no matter the age group. I just like to make people happy, man. That's really all I can put. I'm just a good person. I got good character.
I feel that, but who the young Dom? What the young Dom
I mean, I was lit. I was young and turned, but
what did you aspire to be, young Dom? Where you think you was gonna be at?
I mean, we all wanted to be athletes. I wanted to be an athlete. Whether I hooped,
which sport?
I played soccer. Soccer was my love. But being in the city, you hoop. So like everybody want to be that guy when it comes to hooping. So I wanted to hoop. I used to always hoop my nigga Kyle, hoop people up at BD. You feel me? Middle school hooping outside, but I never made the team though. That was the crazy thing. I never made the team, but all my niggas hooped though, and they made the team. I don't know if the coach. They really already had their favorites, honestly. I was the kid that played soccer, but I played basketball. You feel me? Like I wasn't always at all the practices and stuff like that, trainings and shit. Like I was playing soccer for real.
So why soccer? Because most people gonna look at you. You feel me? They gonna think hooper, maybe even somebody football team, but they ain't gonna say, "Oh, that's a soccer player."
Yeah, my mom put me in soccer at an early age, man, and I loved it ever since. Like I didn't not want to play it. Like I just loved it. I played at Sports Zone over there up there by Pike. I played on 10th Street. Played at the BD Soccer Club over there off of Girls School. So yeah, I always played soccer.
So what style of coaching do you employ?
I feel like I'm a player's coach. I feel like I'm demanding. Right now, we still trying to build the culture. We got a very good young core that I like that's coming up, and I feel like they can see the transition of what's about to happen. So I'm excited for like once they get seniors. We had a good senior core that just came out. Shout out to all of my senior girls that they about to graduate. Shout out to them. But yeah, I like my core, man. I like my girls that's coming up. The future's bright, honestly. That's all I can say. But you asked about, what was it, the question again, though?
No, I said, what was your style of coaching?
Yeah, my style of coaching. Yeah, I'm trying to get all the way back to it. So, my style of coaching, I feel like I'm demanding a player's coach. I feel like I'm a probably be defensive minded when it comes to coaching, honestly. But like when I played all positions. I think my favorite was probably playing goalie and defense though. Like I just like playing defense because I had a presence on the field. Like you said, like I'm not like most players. Like a lot of people thought that I was African. I had a high top. My shit was curly. I was out there, boy, and the sun was out, so I was dark. You feel me? I was dark.
Still is.
Yeah. Dark chocolate.
Still is.
But yeah.
I feel it. So, speaking of your girls, you just mentioned them, what's been the most eye-opening part of coaching a group of young ladies? What's the biggest thing they've taught you?
Patience. But, me working with kids, I already know I got to be patient regardless. But really embracing them as females, I'm starting to really learn how to do that, to a better capacity, because these are young females. It's not a grown woman.
A lot of personalities.
Yeah, a lot of personalities. So just trying to, grab their hand, guide them, help them in any capacity that I can when it comes to soccer and, off the field too. But which I think I'm doing a good job of that, because you see me at a lot of quinceañeras. I'm probably saying that wrong. Quinceañera. Quinceañeras. Quinceañera.
Better roll that
Hey.
out, boy.
Quinceañera. But yeah, if you, I'm sure it's a few families in the Mexican Hispanic community that done seen me at some quinceañeras. They probably like, man, I keep seeing this guy. I swear, I guarantee it.
Hey, nah.
Because the community's small, like especially on the west side.
I ain't gonna cap. We was on the couch the other day, and Angela was definitely like, "Dang, nah, I'm going to more quinceañeras than me."
Hey, nah, for real. That's how I was telling Heather. I'm like, man, I don't want no damn near 4. Like 4. I think it's been about 5 of my girls that done invited me to the quinceañera. Like I tell them, though, like, yeah, invite me to everything because I'm gonna come. I'm gonna support you, no doubt.
We love to see that. We definitely love to see that. That's important. It's important to have those educators, those coaches that go beyond just being between. You feel me? The start of the clock and the end of the clock. You feel me?
Because that's what's most important, man. The connection that you have. I mean, got to be some type of relationship, something that you can relate to outside of the game. Because that's how they're going. They don't want to just only hear that from you. Like I learned that, working with my 4th graders. Like when they look to me, like they don't just see a teacher, like because I'm not your average teacher. So and the kids, they pick that up. Like they're like, yeah, I've never had a male teacher before, or I've never had a black male teacher before. So they respond differently to me. So I got to carry myself, a certain way.
Hey man, let me tell y'all, XG Groom Room beard butter go crazy, and it's not really a beard butter, it's really a hair butter. You feel me? I know y'all see bro over here. Ooh, smell good. It's not thick, you feel me? Go ahead, let them know. Smell good, bro.
Smell good. Youngsters, that is wonderful. You see my hair, if you want yours to look like this, come on down to XD Groom, get your beard butter, man. I think they run about $20, might be more if you don't ask Drew. But go ahead, come down here and get this XD Groom Room beard butter, something to keep your lover.
Youngsters, bro.
Youngsters.
No, for sure. Now we're gonna backtrack a little bit. We're gonna go back to that undergrad experience real quick.
Good old UND.
You already know.
Shout out to the U.
Greyhounds for life.
For life, for real.
3 of them.
Shout
right
out
here.
to 21. 21. Can you do something for me?
What was it? Elementary education?
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first major? Is that what you went
So my first major was actually nursing.
Talk to us about that.
So my mom, she's growing up, she was a CNA, worked in and out of healthcare and stuff like that. So, and out of nursing home. So she always had that, medical field background. So, coming out of high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought I was going to go and play sports, but I ended up not to coach at UND, because that's the only reason why I was going to go to UND anyways, because they was recruiting me. They was recruiting me for football and soccer, but I didn't really want to play football at all. So, because when I did play, I was a kicker and I played wide receiver for a little bit. So, but I didn't have that much experience as wide receiver. So, I could have been the kicker, but I was like, I really don't want to be a kicker. To me, you feel me? I'm a real true competitor, and I'm a real true athlete too. So, like, I ain't just want to just be no kicker. But I enjoyed it in high school. You feel me? Because it was fun, that camaraderie, that brotherhood. I was trying to win state too. So,
Nah, that's real.
but yeah, I lost my track of thought.
Nursing.
Yeah. So that's the whole reason why I was coming to UND sports. The coach ended up going to Butler. So I was like, damn, I was never trying to go to Butler for real. And UND was giving me some money. So I was like, I'm just going to stay here, get my education, call it a day. So I did that. Nursing was my major. I think I was in anatomy. I took anatomy. Probably went into the class like 3 days. I was like, I was in there like, this ain't it. This is not what I want. It's not what I like. You got to really be truly dedicated to that shit.
I'm not gonna hold you. Anatomy, biology, any science class, that first semester or that first,
tough.
Every nursing major I ever met.
Like you gotta coming out of high school, like you gotta be taking that shit serious.
You meet the real and the fake real quick, G.
Yeah.
Cause they gonna let you know if they really trying to you feel me, go
and I
that
didn't know
route.
nobody in the class. Like maybe if I would have knew some people in there, I would have been cool. But I didn't know nobody,
He said,
and there wasn't nobody really in there talking either. So
he said it wasn't nobody to cheat off of.
come on now, I wasn't doing that in college. It was hard to do that in college until COVID came.
Yeah,
We
hard
ain't gonna
for
talk
who?
about that though.
Nah, for sure. Oh man, but what struggles or challenges did you face along the journey of getting your teacher certification?
So coming out of the education program, there's a project at the end. It's called EdCPA that you gotta pass in order to get in order to graduate or to get your degree or your degree in elementary education. So, bro, it was like a portfolio that we had to do. Like, had a whole bunch of data and a whole bunch of stuff like that. It was long. So, having to do that, you would think that, like, you get your license immediately, but you don't. So you got to take a test. Even after graduating from UND, you don't get your teaching license. So you have to get your teaching license by taking a test. So, being somebody that wasn't really trying to teach, but I just kind of got into the education scene, I didn't really know that. So after I graduated, I'm like, damn, so now I got to take this test just to get my teaching license. So it's my third year teaching. I still got to pass a few more tests just to get my teaching license, but I'm still, I'm able to teach still though, because I'm doing it I got a permit to do it. But yeah, like that's just kind of like the loopholes and struggles that you got to go through, because you should just be able to get your teaching license straight out of college. Like, why do we have to take a test? And you got to pay for the test. You pay. And with elementary, I teach all subjects: reading, writing, social studies. A little bit, probably like one semester. Science, one semester. But they only take, on Ireland, they only have math, reading, and science. But science, like I said, we only do it for like one semester. So like the kids, they're not really going, by the time we get to Ireland, they're not going to remember that shit. But hey, Indiana education, they got it. I mean, they really don't, I'm not going to sit here and say that they don't really want to listen to the teachers, but I mean, like, what higher ups do you know in a company that really use the feedback from their workers? You feel me?
I mean,
they just up there making decisions, thinking that they know. Like, motherfucker, you ain't even been in a classroom in probably 20 years. You up there making decisions about what I can and can't do.
I mean, hey, there's plenty of bad systems in the world. We already know.
And I ain't the one to point fingers, because I could be the one to try to fix that shit, but it's a lot of politics, man. I don't want to get into politics, so
Heard.
you feel me, do what I can do with the cards I was dealt.
Nah, for sure. So you spoke on, still having to take that test after graduation, but walk that back for me. How did it feel to graduate?
It felt good, man. Graduating, being first out of my family, first generation college graduate, it felt good. I didn't really get the send off that I wanted, because we graduated during COVID. So our graduation, we didn't even get a ceremony for it. It was more like a car drive. They had us going around the campus in our cars with our family, and then we hopped out at a tent, took a picture. They said a few words, and then boom, right back in the car, drive off. Yeah, what's up? Where we going? Where we going to eat? Like, it wasn't even a ceremony. It was quick.
I want to laugh, but we graduated the same year from the same school, so
Yeah.
I had a parade too.
My nigga was there.
College of Health and Sciences.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Oh man.
They could have did better.
Hey, look, I told my parents walking across the stage is for y'all, because as far as I'm concerned, they could mail me that muff.
No, yeah, I was even more happy when I got it in the mail.
Man.
Got that degree in the mail. I'm like, oh yeah, sweet.
Man, but hey, so where does the nickname Almighty come from?
So Almighty comes from my dad. All his homeboys, family, friends used to call him Almighty. So and he passed, a few years back. So 2021 was a tough year. Graduation, trying to, balance that, graduating, him dying, work, just all that.
For sure.
But yeah, Almighty, shout out my pops.
Definitely. So what made you want to host a podcast?
What made me want to host a podcast? Just knowing, just me feeling like I have something to talk about, and me knowing that I know so many gifted, well-rounded people that's really got some motion going on. Knowing that I can, help people out, spread the love, bring people together. Like, that's really my objective. Bring the community together, man. It's time.
You already know. Love to hear it. So what can we expect from you as a host moving forward?
What you can expect, man, you can
You.
expect some more creativity. I'm still learning how to do this, man, learning how to talk on camera. It's obviously, something new. So just really learning how to do that. Getting more creative with, promoting and stuff. I feel like we gonna be good with that. My boy Mally Mal. We lit. And my boy Bass.
You already know, hey, visuals.
And everybody else, you feel me, that might come along, and add on to the repertoire, man.
For sure. So, what can we expect from the show moving forward?
Great interviews, great guests, collabs. Sound good to me.
Heard you. Hey, man, do you got anything else you would like to let the people know about Dom Almighty Washington?
I don't know. I think everybody's gonna have to find out, man. Find out through the pod. If you know me, you know me. If you know, you know. Straight like that.
To be continued. 100. Hey, man. As we wrap up interview part 1 of this special series for the team, man, we hope you all will join us for part 2, where yours truly will be sitting down with Mr. Almighty himself and giving my host interview. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon. Always remember to embrace your wins, big or small, man. Victory laps. We out of here.
Yeah. Shout out XG Groom Room. Get
you
your beard
already know.
butter on the table.
Waviest podcast out. I'm claiming it.
Hey, you get that beard butter, you might keep your lover.
Look. Hair.
Extraordinary.
Beard.
Greater than the usual. Above the extraordinary. Beyond average. Remarkable.
We out of here.